And then we have a balanced diet, which is ice cream. A balanced diet is an ice cream in each hand. That's funny. And then we have sticky notes. I like this one. Looking sharp, stuck on you, free hugs, thanks for sticking by me even if I'm prickly. Can't touch this, just saying hello. I like the different, I love how they did the different, I just lost the word. Cactuses, cacti, cacti. I love how they did the different cacti as well. So these are a new take on the paper dolls. So this catalog does not have a new paper doll like they used, or like they have been or had in the past. So these ones are called Paper Pals, and so you have the body base, and then you can add in the face and all of the different pieces. So then you can also cut them out with the bundle. Now you can get all 4 of the Paper Pals stamp and thin cut bundles. So on the next couple pages I'll show you all the different bundles. So you can get all of those for $99, which is saving you 10%. If you are going to get them anyways, then you can. So you can do, this is the Paper Pal base, and then you can do the Paper Pal base with the thin cut as a bundle. Now over here we have Paper Pal Girl, which is the girl's shirts for a girl, and then you can also get it in a bundle that is this and the thin cuts. So then you have Paper Pal Pets. Now these you can get in a bundle as well. You don't have to use them to go with these. You can totally get them and just add them to whatever you want. I like how they include a I was gonna say a gremlin. It's not a gremlin. Oh my goodness. It's just, yeah, a rodent. I don't remember what kind of rodent it is at the moment. Anyways, so they have the thin cuts option. They have the boy, Paper Pal boy, clothing, hair, skateboard, which you could totally do this for a girl as well if you wanted to. In fact, you could do all of these for boy or girl, I guess. And they all have the thin cuts option as well. I don't know how many times I've put my little girl in overalls, so that would totally work for girls as well. And my oldest daughter did her hair pixie, so that would totally work for a girl as well. Let's see, Cruise and Adventure. Here, thin cuts option as well. We have Wish You Were Here, which is a globe, which is adorable. That would be really great to do a retirement card with too. Or at least that's the first thing I think of when I see it. I mean, travel, yes, that's kind of a given, but if you were to do something else, I could definitely see the a retirement card would be awesome with that on there. And then the blue means that it coordinates with probably our circle, our basic circle thin cuts. The Berry Best, which is berries, and I will show you kind of how they look down here when you put them all together. They're adorable. And then, oh, and that's, yep, that's the little globe. And this one is You Are the Berry Best. Hope you have a very great day. Thank you very much. And then we have Love and Bloom. Now this is a multi-step stamp set. So you have your base. Step 1 is love, and then you line it up, and step 2 you do your florals, and then you do your leaves, and then you do your I think those are heart or floral centers, and then another tone or another flower, I'm not sure. And then you do this one here, and you can kind of see, so that's the final product right there. Isn't that pretty? And then these are the, you know, the order that you do them in. This one, this one, this one. And it's got the orange ones added in, and then it's got the pink ones added in, and then it's got the dark little sprigs added in. So it's really, I love the idea of the different steps, and they're already placed where you want them to be so that it's easy to do and you don't have to do masking and all that kind of stuff. So I think that one would be adorable. That would really be nice with some doing some silvers and stuff like that too. Embossing would be lovely. And that one is called Love and Bloom. That one's on my wish list too. And these little guys, oh my goodness. Okay, so it takes a lot for me to like animal stamps. Like they have to be, I don't know, something about them has to be my style of stamp. And I'm sure, you know, I'm sure there's people out there like that. There's no way I could be the only one, right? So these ones, I like this style. I love that little guy. He reminds me of our dog that we used to have. His name was Cooper. And he looked just like that. Like he looked just like that when he was a puppy. But this one is Purific. And then this one is Paw Prints on My Heart. And they are just so cute. I like that one right there. Just, I could see that as like a tattoo for some reason. It's so cute. But I mean, I want to color these. I have a lot of cat pictures, like a lot of cat pictures. And I have dog pictures too. But I have not scrapbooked hardly anything. I'm doing lots of running around with the kids now that they're teenagers. A lot more than when they were little, I would have to say. So Heart and Home, which I have this set as well. They were one of my favorites. So you can kind of see they are the exact size in the book as they are in real life. May love and laughter light your days and warm your heart and home. It comes with the handle, and it comes with the rollers that you hook on the top. Like the inside doors that they have, or a barn door or whatever. So that's cool. And then it's got two different types of wreaths that you can put on the door if you want. This one is Budding Peony. I love this one. I got that. Yes, I had to get this one too. It's just, so as you can see, same size. It comes with a thin cuts bundle if you want. I definitely got the thin cuts bundle because I don't want to have to cut around all of those. And then it's got words. Honestly, when I ordered it, I didn't even see the words. I just saw the flowers and I was just like, oh, my heart, my heart. It was so pretty. So I got it, and then I realized that there's words. I'm like, oh yay, it's got thank you and hello. I love that. Love that. And then appreciate is great too, because like, I could totally do, I appreciate you is a lot like a thank you, and I always do thank you cards. So this one is called Butterfly Friendship. This was the one that I was showing you earlier about the thin cuts and the borders. You could do the thin cuts and just these, or you could do the thin cuts and just these, or you could do the thin cuts and both of these together. So actually that one goes with that one. But I didn't even notice the words either. And it says, just for you, hello, and to a wonderful friend. And those are gorgeous. I love that font. I feel like I'm talking fast because I'm excited. Hopefully it's not just a me thing. So we've got the solid classroom alphabet. We've got outline classroom alphabet. These two work together, so you can do this in a darker tone and then fill it in with this, or do this in a lighter tone and fill it in with this. You could even use these and emboss over the top of this, or just do these with embossing, or just, I mean, they can mix and match so many different styles. We've got a stitched alphabet. You can just stamp this and have it stitched like so, or you can stitch over the top and use it as a guide. modern typewriter alphabet. So you've got your alphas, your uppercase, lowercase, and numbers, and some of the symbols. We have brushed letters, and these are the actual sizes of these stamp sets. So I would assume that you would need to, let me see if I can wipe this off because it's kind of a dirty thing here. So you'd need a 2-inch block for the brushed letters. And then probably for Morgan's hand, which I love these. I love these ones because they're kind of like calligraphy, but I don't have to practice a billion times to get it right. So we've got Aaron's hand, and I think this is the one that you get in one of these kits back here. I think it was the, was it? Yes, in the Something Fierce you get, let's see, where does it say? Aaron's hand. So this is the stamp set here. You can see it in a large size that you get if you get the deluxe scrapbooking workshop Something Fierce. I totally said that backwards. The Something Fierce deluxe workshop kit. And then that one you would definitely need a bigger size than the one, well, I guess 1 inch. Yeah, 1 inch would definitely stretch. It would work on a 1 inch for just one letter. However, you know, so this would definitely work as well. So that would be nice. They even have a longer version of this, which is awesome. So then we've got Simply Said, which is the one that you can find in the Story by Stacy kits. And then we have our international, which is Merci beaucoup. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it has similar stamps that you find in where is it? It's similar to this one here, the So Much Happy. So if you look here, so you've got these ones here are in a larger size, and then you've got these ones here that are very similar to this. So you've got this outer outline here and the circle, so it's very similar. Even these are, I think, the same or similar, if not. And this one has kind of a tulip shape as well, but these ones are smaller. So that's kind of cool that you could totally get this one and mix and match it with this one too. So I think that's awesome. Even if you don't speak that language, which is one of the things that I'm going to talk to you about with this one here, because my husband and I play Fortnite and together. So the llamas are one of my favorite parts. I love them. And so I'm definitely, this is on my wish list because I can definitely use the piñata. And it's a llama or a horse. I guess it could be a horse, but I would use it as a llama. I just cut the tail short or something. I don't know, but it's cute. So that is something that you can do, is you know, just because these are in another language doesn't mean that you can't use them for your, you know, for you if you don't speak those languages. So but if you speak those languages, that's amazing too, because you can use them as well. So muchas gracias. And I'm not gonna try that one because it looks so pretty and I don't want to butcher it. Piñata de cumpleaños. Okay, I can almost say that one. And then we have the Cricut collections, and so we have the You Are Here collection. They have a physical cartridge. The physical cartridges are only until supplies last, so you can still get a physical cartridge. If you want, it's $89, and then plus shipping and handling. And then the You Are Here digital collection is $69. So we've got the Hello USA digital, Hello Canada digital, Hello Australia New Zealand digital, or Australia. And then we've got the Flower Market collection. This one is only, like, these ones are only digital. I don't think there were any physical flower market collections. If there was, they don't have them anymore, so they only offer them in the digital. That is one of the things that it does not, the catalog corrections was they do not have the part number, so I wrote that down for you guys. C3501 if you guys are interested. I put a Cricut on my list, on my Christmas wish list, so because my daughter made me make a Christmas wish list, and if I do get a Cricut, I will be getting this set. The flower market is like my top favorite. I love the items in there, and I would love to okay, I love that one mostly because I've never had it. But I love the things in it. I love all of the things in it, and I want to use them every time I see them, and all the things that are made with it, I always want to use it. And I've used the artistry. It's one of my favorites. Art booking is one of my favorites. So those are all something that I love those. So this one's only a digital. This one, they still have some physical cartridges left. So artistry is a worthy, they are all worthy. They are all, when I had them, they were well used. I use them all the time. So now we also offer thin cuts. They've been bringing them in the past couple of catalogs, and we've been growing a little collection of them, and I'm so very excited about that. So these are new. These are shown at 50%, so they're going to be twice that size. So they're going to be, you know, let's see, the stitched square frames. So the square frame, the biggest one is a 4.5 by 4.5. So 4.5 by 4.5. So it's a pretty decent sized piece. Yeah. And then these ones are the height is 5.5 by 4.5. So and 4.5 by 3.5. So let me see if I can show you what they're, okay, so it says use these dies, or using these dies, you'll get 2 shapes with every cut. 1 stitched frame piece and an inside shape with stitching around the border that is a 1/2 inch smaller than the dimensions given for the dies. So not only you'll get 3 metal dies, but you'll be able to cut out, like here. So you'll cut this biggest one out, and then you will get this cut out of the center. And then you can cut this die, and then it will give you a little cut out like this, a little square cut out with the square stitching on the inside. And then you can use these to make those shapes. I hope that makes sense. So I don't currently have these yet because they're on my wish list as well. But you get, so when you cut out one of these, you get this shape. So I'm going to go for the sugar plum one. You get this shape, which cuts out as a frame. So this one will be hollow in the center, and then it will cut the part that makes it hollow will be cut out as this right here. I hope that makes sense. So it's kind of like it cuts out a mat with stitching on it on the inside. So this one will be the die that cuts out as you see it, and then the white one would be the inside, and it would not have any of these in there. It would be a solid piece inside for this white one, and then the white one would have stitching on it. I hope that makes sense. So you get 1, 2, 3 dies, and each one is going to, so this would be a cut line. Okay, the outside would be a cut line. This inside would be a cut line, and then you would have 2 stitch lines. So the inside here is going to be a whole piece, but you will have 2 cut lines on this one die, if that makes sense. So when you cut it, it will cut the outside, the inside, and then it will also do the stitching on both of the pieces. So you will have 2 pieces. So you can use your insides not just as, you know, and have them stitched as well. I really hope that made sense. And then we also have the fancy tags, which these are bigger than that. It says the fancy tags and the quilt shapes down here are all shown at 50% of the actual size. So let me see if I can pull out these tags real quick to show you the size. Okay, so this is how I store mine. So you can see that they are decent size. I don't know if I can pull out the whole thing or not because it's magnetic. There we go. So then like this one here. So this is this one here. And it has the stitching. I've used it, as you can tell. It's got little pieces in there. It's got stitching around the outside here. I used this for one of my Christmas gifts. I made tags to go on a treat that I sent to my in-laws, and they loved them, and I have a video of it. So these are good size. And then they have the block alphabet, and this one comes with 30 metal dies, and their total is a 1.5 inch. So this is the actual size. These are just showing you what else comes in the set. Same with the number 1, and that's the actual size, and then you get these in the numbers as well. These ones are shown at 50%, and then I don't know if you can see, but these are like quilt shapes. So you got these different quilt shapes with the stitches, and then you have like stitching that can go inside of these and make specific shapes like this. Isn't that cool? I thought that's awesome. So this is kind of an example of what they did with the stitched dies. Isn't that pretty? I thought that was cute. And then this is the quilting with the stitching on there. Now this square here, these 2 squares aren't dies. Those ones are just cut from paper and then actually stitched. So let's see. We have the basic hearts, and then we have the stitched hearts. The basic hearts are, the biggest one is 2.5 inches, and then the biggest stitched heart nestles right down inside of that one, and it's 2.25. So all of these are nestled down in each other. So we've got 2.5, 2.25, 2, 1 3/4, 1.5, 1.25, 1 inch, and then 3/4 of an inch. And it does the same thing with the circle, the basic circles, and the stitched circles, and the ovals as well. So that's a lot of a lot of dies that work with each other. And of course the stitching you can use on with these as well, any of these. So, and that's one of my favorite things. Lots of things on my wish list, of course. So we have the decorative borders, which I also have. I have only used one of these, I believe. I don't even remember which one it was, but I think I did use one of these on something. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I was going to, and I didn't end up doing it. So these, yes, are on my to-do list of playing, but I pointed out before like a book edge, and this is the die to create that book edge. And you get all of those, you get all of these in one set. So that's kind of cool. Let's see. And then we have this here, which is a favor box, and it cuts a shape for a 1 3/4 inch foldable cube. Then we have the new embossing folders. We have a scallop, and then we have like it's a half, or well, more of like a 2/3 polka dot with a stitched border. Let's see, and they flipped theirs upside down and used it with the polka dots up. And then we've got polka dots up on this one as well. And then this one is the scallops. I really like that half polka dot one. I think that's kind of a cool idea. I mean, you could totally do that with just a polka dot thing as well, I guess, if you wanted to. So this is our exclusive color palette. The color of the year is still Sugar Plum. So that is exciting. And you get, those are all optional. We've got them in the exclusive ink pad. We've got the re-inkers. We've got the pigment pad, which is the same size as the ink pad. However, there are no re-inkers for the pigment pad that I'm aware of. They would have it listed if they did, but the re-inkers do work really well on the stamp pads. And we also have the coordinating cardstock. So every one of these colors is offered in the stamp pad, the re-inker, and the cardstock. Some of the new colors are offered in, or not some of the new colors, just some of the colors that came from the last couple of catalogs are offered in the pigment ink pads. So I think those will be kind of like a popularity thing. If they become popular, then they will bring out more of the pigment pads. If they don't, they'll probably won't bring them back in, you know, one of the future catalogs. So we have all of these all of these colors, like as far as the cardstock, is two-toned. So you will get your cardstock with the color that it shows, like Carolina will be Carolina, and then on the back you will get a lighter toned of the Carolina. So in essence, I mean, if there's 40 colors here, then you have 80 colors because you have a lighter shade. So I do believe I've mentioned this in previous catalog flip-throughs, but I just want to show you kind of how that looks. You can see where it's the tone and then the lighter tone. And that's even with the neutrals. The only ones that don't have one are the black and the white daisy. Then we have our chipboard monograms. Now these are 11.5 inches tall. So I have one from a past kit, and you can see the size of it. It's bigger than the catalog. So this is just kind of an idea of what you can make with it. They are decent size, and they come in alphas and numbers, and then we've got the ampersand, the hashtag, and the @ or handle. I don't know what you call it. We've got glitter paper, and we have foil paper, and we have vellum, and we have craft cardstock. We've got watercolor paper, and this is not like the watercolor paper we've had before. This is actually a cold press watercolor pack. We have the envelopes and card bases. We have the DIY calendar, so you can create a calendar however you want. You could on the upper pages, like when you flip it up, you can have a 12 by 12 layout on the back, and then once the year's over, you can cut those off and put them in an album, so you can document your year monthly. We also have stencil sheets that go really well with our Cricut cartridges or our dies. Our thin cuts. So our embellishments, we've got more thin cuts. These ones are, let's see, we've got thin cuts, shaker, window, and confetti. So you get 4 metal dies, 1, 2, 3, 4, and these are all attached, and they cut out a lot of different stars and a lot of hearts. So you don't have to worry about a whole bunch of different little dies. You just keep them together, and they are like considered one die. You cut out, and it gives you a whole bunch of different heart shapes or different star shapes. Then they are, and this particular set is used for making a shaker window, like these here. You can kind of see them. Let me see if I can. So you can do shaker windows like this. Come on, you can do it. You won't do it. And then there's this one down here as well. So they have lots of different sequins, and there are like a lot of different shapes and sizes, not necessarily shapes, but sizes and variations of tones in these, like itty bitty tiny stars and all the way up to the larger size sequins, not like huge ones, but good size sequins. So that's nice. We've got texture paste, we've got foam, the shaker window foam and acetate, which makes making these so much easier. I haven't gotten them, but I've watched them be used, and they're all pre-cut, so you don't have to worry about cutting them and all that kind of stuff. So that's awesome. So we have a larger container of the texture pastes. I want to play with these a little bit more this year. Palette knives. We've got pearls and bling and all kinds of good stuff. We've got paper clips, which I kind of want to get my hands on because I've been doing my planner. The complements are an option as far as embellishments. We've got different ribbons and twines, and this one is a silver thread. I thought I had that somewhere, but I can't remember where I managed to put it. So I'll have to find that one. I'm really wanting this one. I know I can get it from like a sewing store, but I don't know, nothing like supporting my business, right? So we've got watercolor with 3 different color water or sized water brushes. We now have watercolor pencils back in. We have a marker bundle, which is all of these colors. These are the Shinhan Twin Touch colorless or markers, not colorless markers. They are Twin Touch markers. And then we have shimmer brushes, and we now have them in, let's see, 2, 4, 6 colors. So we've got the clear, the gold, the I think that one's sugar plum, and red and black and mint. Then we've got the Marvy journaling and the spray pen. So it is very much like a mister. Then we've got our blocks, and that's the largest one. Our largest block is a 5x6. We have the stamping starter kits and a lot of, so the Intense Black is like kind of like a StazOn ink, only it is the Close to My Heart brand, and it's a larger ink pad. So this is the Intense Black, and let's see if I can find I've got StazOn. So this is the StazOn ink pad, and this is the Intense Black. So the Intense Black is a much larger size as far as if you have larger stamps and all that good stuff. So that's something that is awesome, and once it dries, it becomes an image that is good for watercoloring and bringing water to. So then we've got our heat tool is a little bit different. I'm not sure if that changed in this last Catty or not. We've got more embossing powders. We've got lots of silver, gold, copper, and red tinsel on top of our super fines. Our anti-static pouch and all of the mini stapler, and our piercing tool has changed a little bit. It comes with the piercing pad and the tool. We also have an all-purpose mat. This thing is a 15 by 20, so it's like 15 here, but that's like if you were to turn this mat on its side and then add 5 inches would be how, it's a good size. It's 5 inches longer than this mat here, so that would cover pretty much this whole entire area here. One of my favorite non-stick micro-tip scissors, adhesives, cutters, albums. They've got post-bound and D-ring in these different colors. We've got a sapphire one now. Well, they call it navy, but I would totally call it sapphire. And I would probably call this one lagoon, but they call it teal. So we've got the sea glass and the white and gray. And then, let's see. It looks to me like they've got all the same colors in both colors. or in both styles. However, not all of them are shown. So they have the sea glass in the post bound as well, but they're not, and the white, but they're just not shown. So they're just kind of trying to show you the different colors that they have, and they're available in all different colors. So if you want to name tag your album, you can definitely do that. Those are little clips that clip onto your album, and you can write on them, so it kind of tells you exactly what's in there. Those would be extremely handy. And then we have memory protectors. We've got the 6x8 everyday life size. We've got the 12x12 pocket page and regular. We've got the post bound regular and the D-ring. We've also got 6x6 memory protectors. We have the Pocket Plus, which are like a partial pocket page. We have the flip flaps, which are very, 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 very popular. You can add, so I don't know if you can see this, but you can add a pocket that flips up, and you can add more photos, or you can add journaling underneath, and have extra room, real estate for your photos and story telling. We have the designer travel shoulder tote is new, and this one here, all of the designer travel crafting essentials. So the prices for these have gone up because of tariff increases for shipping from overseas and things. So that's one of the things that was noted, was that the prices have gone up accordingly to help balance the tariff increase. So that's why they are more expensive than they were last catalog. We have the stamp envelopes. I love these. So that the 6x6 ones are these ones here, and then they come in 12x12 as well. So for your larger stamp sets or your paper packs, if you like keeping the dust off of your paper, those would be perfect. Then we have all of our craft organizers and our dividers. One thing to note, these dividers do not fit in the stamp organizer. They are only for the large organizer. And then we have the Workspace Wonder Assembly Guide, as well as all of the different elements that you can put together and make into organization for your crafts. Now these are the stamp sets. So in January we have card captions. In January, if you put in an order of $50 or more, you can get this stamp set for $5. Or you can, if you don't plan on, if you just want to purchase this, or you can purchase it at the full price of $18.95. So that's totally up to you how you go about that. Heartfelt sentiments. So I kind of want to show you guys about that size there. It would fit on a card, but barely. Like, it would definitely, I think it would go over the size of a card. It would fill up that whole entire thing. So that's something to keep in mind. I'm so blessed to know you. Home is where the heart is. So this one is This Happened. This one's for March. This is very documenting. I like this one a lot. And then I like this one as well because I love that butterfly and the flowers. So this one is called Love So Sweet, and this one will be available in April. I just love this. Look at this. So these cards, you could totally make them with this stamp set, but you can also recreate them with other stamp sets that are in the catalog too, like the butterfly one here, or these ones here. You can definitely, do those with those. So, and then at the back we've got our index, and then our Operation Smile stamp set. Be yourself, everyone else is taken. And it's got the writing, and then it's got the shadow as well to go with it. And then it's got lots of little different, I want to call them whoop-de-doos. I don't even know if those are an actual thing, but Yeah, lots of little things, and this one is shown at 50%, so it is a decent sized stamp set. So like double that, so it's going to be like this tall, about 3 inches, I would say. So that is adorable. And so if you guys are interested in a catalog, give me a holler. I cannot send them out for free, unfortunately, unless you've put an order in that's over $100, because I can't afford it. I just can't. I so wish I could. I would send one to everybody, but I can't. It would just be way too much. So if you're interested, let me know. I will leave a link to my box opening video, and I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will talk to you guys later. Let me know what you're excited about, because I am very excited about some of these things. Like, I have a lot of things on my wish list, and I've already put it in order. So I would love to hear what you guys are excited about, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.